What's going on, trainers? Yocuppajoe here with some more Pokemon Unite ranked gameplay. Today we're keeping it cool with Alolan Ninetales. She's a very majestic creature, and from what I've heard, she's also quite the fan favorite. In this game I got mirror matched against another Alolan Ninetales, and we each picked different moves from each other, so in the next 10 minutes you'll get to see all of Alolan Ninetales' moves in action. I'm sure most of the gameplay that you've seen so far of Pokemon Unite has been people showing off games where they completely crush their enemies. In this game, I don't do super well at the beginning, but I also don't allow myself to fall too far behind. So I thought it'd be nice to show this game so you guys can see what to do when you don't start off too hot to prevent yourself from falling way far behind. I got real good vibes from my partner Pokemon Pikachu. Right at the beginning, we were both in sync and realizing that we had an opening to start scoring some early goals. We took our chance, and when the enemy Ninetales came by, I pushed them away, protecting my Pikachu, allowing them to score their goal too. Things got really dicey as those enemies tried to punish us for scoring those goals, and as a show of dedication to this stellar Pikachu, I sacrificed myself, allowing Pikachu to live. And thus begins our hard, uphill journey as Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales has a passive which will drop an icicle on nearby enemy Pokemon. There are 2 Ninetails in this game, so you'll be seeing a lot of random icicles falling from the sky. Lucario came out of the jungle to mess with my team's Pikachu, and, well, it looks like he was successful, but I'm not just gonna sit back and let him take a free goal. No sir. Alolan Ninetales has a lot of ranged attacks, so she can easily defend the basket. I do chase this Lucario out a bit too far, and he gets saucy with me, crossing me up, causing me to miss my powdered snow. But luckily, my Talonflame is here to say something about it. This Crustle though, he was such a problem for me all game long. He's so tanky, I couldn't do anything about him, and he just was never letting my team do what we wanted to do, knock out who we wanted to knock out. Until, of course, we knocked him out for overstaying his welcome. And there's step 1 of how to play from behind. Make sure that you're staying on your side of the map so that if people want to exert pressure on you, they have to be overextended, and you're safe next to your basket where you can get a shield and a heal. You might have missed it there, but once again, while my team was scoring, I was using my moves to push the Alolan Ninetales away so that he would not be able to stop my team from scoring. Now, I don't know who this Feroki thinks he is, but I'm not just gonna let him walk up to me for free. So I do some damage to him, and barely get out of that Rock Tomb from Crustle. Boy, that Crustle, he was like a big brother to his whole team, honestly. We barely pinch off this kill on Feroki because we launched that auto attack before he used his substitute, thus proving that substitute will not disjoint an auto attack. That big circle around my enemy Alolan Ninetales is her Aurora Veil. All allies who stand inside will take reduced damage, and Alolan Ninetales herself will get a speed boost, and all of her attacks will be the boosted 3rd auto attack, which deal an AoE slow. A very nice defensive utility to complement her defensive Crustle partner Pokemon. That move there that the enemy Alolan Ninetales just used is Avalanche. It deals damage in a straight line and then sets up an ice wall at the end which cannot be passed through. I, on the other hand, chose to go with a completely different moveset. I took Dazzling, Gleam, and Blizzard. Dazzling Gleam will do a bit of damage and apply a short stun to enemies within the Dorito-shaped AoE. There's one for Crustle, as well as a Blizzard. As you saw, the Blizzard will push my enemies back. Unfortunately, that pushback was not enough to save me here, as Crustle trapped me with his Rock Tomb. That's okay, this just gave us a chance to see more of Alolan Ninetales' kit in isolation against these wild Pokemon. When my Avalanche bumps into a wall, it will do an additional burst of AoE damage at the point of contact. Hitting an opponent multiple times with an Ice-type attack will eventually freeze them when that snowflake gets filled up. By the way, every single one of Alolan Ninetales' moves is an Ice-type attack, including that passive that falls from the sky, so you're freezing opponents all the time with this character. I went ahead and engaged on these enemies, and you guys can let me know down in the comments if you think this was a favorable trade. I took a bunch of damage, but I was also able to deal quite a bit of damage to them since their Aurora Veil was down. I guess it doesn't matter too much, because we're all just gonna eat some berries and then come back to lane with full health. We take a little breather and calmly take down this Apom. I probably could have kited him better to take less damage, but my mechanics aren't quite on point just yet. And right here, you guys are about to see how much of a bully this Crustle is. I just want to dish out some damage on this Alolan Ninetales, but Crustle comes out of nowhere and punishes me hecka hard. Alolan Ninetales is almost knocked out, but this Crustle is walling me out, so I back off. Unfortunately, me and this Pikachu fall out of sync, and Pikachu jumps in when I'm not helping him because I'm afraid of this Crustle wall. For the time being, not much is happening. Another moment of calm within the arena. I'm just going to try to spend my time wisely by healing up and then going off to farm. Taking out this Apom, and then the Groudon. In a moment, I'll begin to notice that my enemies are trying to take down this Rotom, and I can't really do much about it because they bring 3 Pokemon to that battle, and I'm already playing from behind, so I have no plans of messing with them while they do that. Here's where I notice that it's happening, and I come up with the idea. Maybe while they're distracted, I can get a sneaky little goal. And it works! Alolan Ninetales tries to come by to stop me, but she's too late. Like a dazzling gleam, I'm there for a moment and then gone. I do have to give up the Rotom knockout to my enemies and they score a bunch of points off of it, but hey, at least it was a trade. At least I got something out of it, you know? And here, I should not have walked this way. I should have just walked down and out through the middle instead of trying to come up to the top lane. I should have noticed that my tier 1 goal was already gone, so there was no reason for me to try to go to the top lane. Lucario and Crustle decided to continue their push in my top lane, so me and Pikachu back at it again, the dynamic duo with a little scuffle, and here's my Unite move, Snow Globe. It does AoE ice damage, and if anyone becomes frozen during the duration of my Snow Globe, they'll take big damage. That Lucario looks like he just manned up and fought me, and well, I took the punishment for it. My Pikachu, staying in a much safer position than me, was able to continue the fight and even take part of the fight while standing under our goal, so he got a shield and the heal. And once again, that's how you want to play from behind. You want to stay on your side so you get all kinds of advantages. And here is how not to play when you're behind. I was thinking, hey, my Blizzard keeps pushing people away, so how about I go stand on the other side of Ninetail and push him into my Pikachu? Big mistake. I should have stayed on my side. I was about to get backstabbed by Crustle anyway if I didn't just get myself soloed by the Alolan Ninetales, which was clearly a level up on me. Well, lesson learned. I'm fighting from a much better position here, staying close to my goal and on my side of the map instead of trying to get behind my enemies like some kind of super spy. This Crustle thinks he's slick, taking Pokemon from my team's side of the map, and, well, he gets away with it. He's really tanky at this point, so it's kinda hard for us to deal with him. At this point, my team should be looking for some kind of group up so we can make a team play and get ourselves into a good position to knock out this Zapdos, which is about to spawn in the center of the map. Once Zapdos spawns in, a bunch of the wild Pokemon on the map evolve too, so we just got to witness one of the great miracles of Pokemon life right there. Right here, my teammates just got a knockout on the bottom of the map, so I should have just backed off with them and went to go fight the Zapdos, but I kind of bait my team and egg them on to push forward, because there's 3 of us, right? Maybe we can win. But no, we are not playing from behind correctly. We're pushing out onto their side of the map while I'm underleveled. The only one of us who can do damage is Talonflame. Eldegoss got insta-knocked out when that engagement first started. Ah, oh, what a clown show. Luckily, my enemies aren't able to capitalize off of that triple knockout at all. They don't even make a push towards Zapdos. Pikachu just waltzes up to the top lane and scores 100 points. As soon as I'm done aimlessly wandering up towards the top of the map, like I'm just gravitating towards my buddy Pikachu, who just got knocked out, unfortunately, I do finally turn around. Here we go, me and this Eldegoss, the 2 most underleveled Pokemon on this team, taking down Zapdos. Eldegoss drops Pollen Puff on me, which will do an AoE heal to allies and damage to enemies. And Talonflame, I guess, just decides to test out how much damage their ultimate will do against Zapdos. It's not that much damage, so if you guys are wondering if you should be using your ultimates to fight Zapdos, I would say don't do it unless you're specifically trying to snipe the kill away from your enemies. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. So my team pretty much got that Zapdos knockout almost for free, not exactly for free, because my enemies walked up to my base and scored a ton of points, but now we're just gonna walk up to their base and score a ton of points. So it ends up being a pretty even trade, which means the scores didn't really change in relation to each other at the very end there. Like they scored over 100 and then we scored over 100. But we were in the lead, so we kept our lead by keeping that trade even and took home the victory. I hope you guys learned some things about how you should handle playing from behind and how you should not handle playing from behind. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can see my future Pokemon Unite content. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!